Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Thanks very much for joining me again for another episode of Slightly Informative. Today I'm going to talk about tail bags. The inspiration for this was my bag I had for about 20 years is finally giving up the ghost and I can't get it repaired, so it was time to buy another bag. The bags I'm looking at are the Oxford T30 tail bag and the Kriega US20 dry bag. Both very different bags, both have pros and cons. But yeah, let's get stuck in. I'll go through the features of both bags, my likes, dislikes, and what I've decided on choosing and the reasons for that. Right, let's do this. Alright, so this is the T30R tail bag. I keep going to say tank bag, I don't know why, but there we have it. So it's a reasonable size. It's 21 litres in its current form, unexpanded, and then once you expand it, it becomes 30 litres. So the size that's on the bags are always its expanded size. Okay, so I've actually written some notes this time, you'll be pleased to hear, although still probably faff. So my first thoughts for value for money, 8 out of 10, and that's based on purely cost and warranty. Warranty gets a massive plus because it's a lifetime warranty, and from experience, I mean, my last Oxford One bag was 20 years before it decided that it wasn't going any further. So based on that, you should actually get plenty of miles and years out of it. Cost wise, standard price for this is £144.99 British pounds sterling, whatever that is in euros or dollars, you need to Google that. When I got this, it was on sale, and at the time of recording, I checked this morning, it's still on sale for £99.81, and I think it's an odd price, so they can take the full £45 off it. So I think at £100 helps its value for money, but at £145, I think it's still an expensive bag. Features: top opening, 2 side pockets, one here to the round, and then one in the front. The opening, although the bag's upside down, is in here, and in the bottom you've got 3 like cardboard sides for when you expand it. Right, what can it carry? So for me, in its current state, I can just fit 2 pairs of socks, 2 pairs of pants, 1 lightweight pair of trousers, 1 t-shirt, a lightweight jumper, a lightweight jacket, some basic toiletries, toothbrush, toothpaste, floss, a travel wash, and a phone charger, and then it's pretty much full. In the rear pocket and at the back here, I managed to fit a puck for your side stand and a small puncture repair kit, because you just never know. And in the sides, I packed in here a pack-a-mac jacket and trousers on the other side. Likes, lifetime warranty, you got to like that. Hopefully it's not limited and it's actually a really good warranty. Second light is the fact that Oxford products, or at least bags in my experience, seem to be well made and have lasted me a long time. The external pockets I think are great, means you can access bits and pieces. Faffrey for fitting, I would have a 3 out of 5. Once you know your route and how you're fitting it, and every bike's different, it's a bit faffrey, but once you've got your route and you know how you're fitting it, it'll be fine. And once it's fitted, it's secure. So on a test fit, it's very secure. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Dislikes. Okay, so my first big dislike is it's not waterproof. A bag at this price I think should be waterproof, although it comes with a rain cover. And that brings me on to another dislike, is the fact that you either have to have it on and strapped round, or pack it and then get it out, or you have to just pack everything in a bin bag, which actually I would pack, just put a waterproof bag in it and then be done, and then it means you can still access it without having to take rain covers off. I also dislike the fact that it expands from the bottom. It then feels, once it's packed, very top heavy, which I didn't like. On the bike I feel it sits a bit close to the rider. And the last dislike is the shape. Although I like the shape, I dislike it for packing. This, because it slopes down, it's higher here. See if this came straight out as such, you're not going to gain much. You might only gain another litre of storage, but you'll be able to pack so much more and probably never really need to expand it. So there we go. So that's a very quick rundown. I'll show you it on the bike, like this, and then expanded. Alright. Right, so this is the bag on the bike. It's loosely fitted. I have the straps going in a crisscross underneath and then through this little vent, and then come round and underneath, and then the centre strap would go around your seat, and then the seat go back on. So again, that was one of my likes. Not overly faffy, and it's very, very secure. Now I'll just add that my opinions on how it sits on the bike and how it looks is based purely on my bike, which is a BMW S1000 single R, but I think it's highly relatable to anyone with a sports bike or a kind of single seat setup or split seat setup like this. If you have like a bench seat or a stack seat, your opinions and findings will probably be very different, but I think this will be relatable to anyone with a kind of sports bike. So as it sits, it's big but not massive, and it's secure. I'm going to see if I can get on this without kicking it off. So when it's on the bike, and I have it sitting where it would be once it's actually secured down to the bike, so when in the riding position there's a reasonable distance. It's still very close, but if I go to stretch up, then it's right on it. So it sits a little close, and sits about kind of midway up my back. But it's a 30 litre bag. The 40 litre bag is much bigger, and I'll show you it expanded, and that's my next big dislike. So after about a minute of expanding the bike up, you can see the size difference. Once it's packed, I found this to be very top heavy, and that would put me off actually having it expanded. Next up, the Kriega US20 dry pack. This is the Kriega US20 dry pack. I've had to actually pack it so you can get an idea of the size, because otherwise it's just a flat bag, and what's the point in that? It just shows a flat bit of material and doesn't make sense. Right, so let's get on with this one. It's so value for money. Again, I gave it an 8 out of 10. It's at time of sale, it's £145. When I bought this bag, there was £10 off, so that's sterling, which was £135. Still expensive, but has a 10-year warranty. Like the Oxford stuff, I have a couple of Kriega bags, a rucksack and a waist bag, and both are about 10 or so years old, and so they're out of warranty, but they're still going strong, and there's no signs of fraying or failing, so that definitely helps it with the value for money. Features and practicality. Features are, it's front loading, has a roll top system, it has a side loading top pocket, and it also has a bottom open pocket, which I think is designed for like wet stuff, so you can see practicality. What else was there? It's because it's part of a system, you can add bags to the top and bags to the side, so you can take this and turn it into 50 litres if you want, but each bag comes with its own cost. What can it carry? This bag at 20 litres can carry exactly the same as the Oxford T30R 30 litre bag, and it still has a little bit of space left in it. So as far as that goes, they're kind of on par. Practicality, in terms of getting access to it, it's really just this top side pocket. If you want to get back into it, you have to unroll it and go back into it. Fitting of the bike, Faffery level 3 out of 5, because again, it's a strap system, and it's Faffery when you're trying to work out the routing and the length. On my bike, which is the S1000 single R BMW, I had to turn 2 straps into 1 strap. But once you've got that set, it's literally just a case of popping the straps in and clipping it all together. Right, likes, the 10-year warranty. It's waterproof as standard. You don't need to buy extra bags. It's a roll top system. The waterproof liner comes out so you can wipe it down, and I like that. I don't need to faff about with covers. It's got an external top pocket, which I like, and an external bottom pocket, which I don't know if I'd use that or not, but it's there, so it's another good feature. Once it's on the bike, it's very secure, like really secure. And I also like that it has a low profile once it's on the bike, and I'll show you that in a moment. Dislikes, no real external pockets. See if it had a couple of pockets here, and instead of being an internal pocket, an actual external pocket, I think that would be better. As much as I like the fact it's got pockets. It's not really designed to be accessed once it's on the bike. This is more of a pack it and then unload it at the other end. Although you can get into it by just unclipping this and rolling it out. You might find that loose stuff may fall forward, so be prepared on that. And I have to admit, another dislike is the price, £145 for a 20 litre bag, although be it's well made. In my experience, it will outlast the 10-year warranty, and it is waterproof. I think £145 for a 20 litre bag, I think that's expensive. Right, let me show you on the bike. Right, so this is the bike on the bag. Now you'll notice I haven't actually secured it, but for position, this is exactly where it goes and how it sits. I'll jump on the bike and you'll see how it sits in relation to where I sit on the bike. So again, there is more space. Not that I'm going to sit up here and ride like this. It has a much lower profile. Sits in the bottom third of my back rather than halfway up. And even if I add another, say, 10 litre bag on that, it's still going to be a reasonably low profile. And it doesn't sit too close. You can actually I can actually have this here and have my R3 waist pack on. So again, another big light. But there you go, it gives you an idea of what it's like based on a kind of sports bike seating arrangement. As I say, other bags, or these bags and other bikes, it will all vary. I have decided to go for is the Kriega bag, and I didn't even see that coming. Based on, I mean, I looked at the bags, I wrote my thoughts and views down. On paper, the Oxford bag is almost the perfect bag. It's practical, it's got lots going for it, but for me it's just purely based on the bike I have, and the bike I have to make the choices around that. So, and really, that's why I'm going for the Oxford bag. They're both secure, but this has a lower profile. It just sits, I think, a bit neater, but not by much. They take up about the same footprint, but it's about the profile. It's a lower profile bag. It doesn't sit just as high, and it's less noticeable, and it carries the same amount. But on paper, the Oxford bag actually wins out it. The only way it doesn't really win is the fact that it's not waterproof. And yeah, that'll be another reason. In fact, that is another reason. I can literally just pack that and be done. I don't need to worry about a waterproof cover or anything else. The straps, I slightly prefer the way this fits. It's underneath the seat. The straps come up and click in. So rather than just the base being secure and the bag being away up here top heavy, the whole bag is secure and it can be tied right down. So there we have it, folks. Again, it's a very short verdict compared to the kind of ins and outs of the bags, although basically I hope I've answered some questions that I couldn't find answers for out there in the interweb. Like kind of what can they carry, what it's like on a bike, and there was a few other bits and pieces that I couldn't get answered in terms of what it looked like, especially the Oxford bag once it's expanded. So yeah, there we have it. So this is the bag I'm going to keep. The Oxford bag, unfortunately, is going to be returned, and then I'll be all set for my next adventure, hopefully soon. Okay folks, listen, thanks very much for joining. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Feel free to add your comments in below, and remember, this, my views on how it sits and how it's fitting is based on my bike. So alright people, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.